Bangladesh today. Playing at the Grenada National Stadium, the Windies sent Bangladesh into bat and restricted them to 217 for 9 in their 50 overs. Anmol Haq smashed 109. Skipper Dwayne Bravo took 4 for 32. In reply, the Windies were a sorry sight at 34 for 5 after 13 overs, but Pollard with 89 and Ramdin scoring 74 saw them to 219 for 7 with 10.2 overs to spare. Pollard and Ramdin put on 145, a 6-wicket partnership record for the West Indies against Bangladesh. Jason Holder made 22 not out. Let's watch.
Gone.
They're insisting on the catch down the leg side. Yes, he's given him.
It's been a very controlled innings, and deservedly he goes to 50. Taken.
Got him playing right across it, right around it.
That's a top edge, and it's gone for 6. It's way up in the air. Ramdin is under it, and it's taken. That's well fielded, and does he make it back? No, he doesn't. And that's over the head of Chris Gayle. Will it make it all the way to the boundary? Yes, it does. That's his 100. That's his 3rd ODI century.
That's where he goes hard. 3rd man, he goes hard at it. Caught at 3rd man.
It's the outside edge. Hold him. Well, that's nicked. That's whipped away, straight into the hands of deep backward square leg.
My goodness. Good grief.
That's gone. Easy as you like. And 50 for Kieron Pollard.
And that's 50. He's really lived up to expectations.
Taken one quite easily.
Bowling!
That's high. It's a fielder approaching it. Mamadullah, and takes a great catch.
Beautifully played. Another boundary. And that's going to finish it. Another boundary. The end of the match and victory for the West Indies.
The second ODI is on Friday. The West Indies Cricket Board has finally come out and said what we've been hearing for a few days now. Otis Gibson is no longer the head coach of the West Indies team. Well, we here at CBC Sports broke the news over the weekend that Gibson and the West Indies Cricket Board had parted ways. And last evening, a news release from the WICB confirmed that the board and the former Barbados and West Indies pacer had mutually agreed to terminate their association with immediate effect. The WICB went on to express its gratitude to Gibson for what they called his unwavering commitment and professionalism during his tenure. The release added that team manager Sir Richie Richardson will take charge of the unit on an interim basis for the ongoing series against Bangladesh. Along with Sir Richie, the management team remains unchanged, including Stuart Williams and Andrew Coley as assistant coaches and Sir Curtly Ambrose as a bowling consultant. Combermere created history today when they defeated Queen's College to become the first school to win a hat-trick of Lyme under-15 cricket titles. On the 3rd and final day at Kensington Oval, the Combermerians, resuming on 216 for 8 in their second innings, were bowled out for 245, with Kasim Stout scoring an even 50. Johnny Ince bagged 4 for 33. Then, needing a mammoth 294 for victory, QC could only muster 111 as Combermere recorded a 182-run victory. Here's a look at the final innings with the first wicket already down. QC lost their second wicket with the score on 61. Johnny Waterman caught by Anthony Manning Merritt off Indal Prasad for 27. Johnny Ince was the next to go. Good take by wicketkeeper Avery Chandler. Wicket to Manning Merritt, gone for 3. QC 68 for 3 at lunch. Manning Merritt got another. Nico Reefer playing all around this one, gone LBW for 34. And the wickets continue to fall. Deshaun Mears well held by Douglin off jolts for 3. 106 for 6 now. And another, Johnny Batson hitting Prasad straight to Cheyenne Brathwaite. He only made 1. Zaire Griffith went the very next over, caught behind off Brathwaite for a duck. 111 for 8. Combermere just having fun now, knowing they would win. Beautiful catch by Springer to get rid of Mikhail Marshall for 32. And now, the crowning moment. Darian Trotman bowled all over the shot by Prasad for a duck. QC 111 all out. Combermere winning by 182 runs.
I think we've got our tactics right. We really wanted to win the toss and bat. When I had a look at the pitch in the morning, I saw it was quite dry. I thought that it would turn at on the last day. We were prepared to get first inning lead, and once we can control the game from there. Once we got first inning lead, we can control the game. And yesterday, young Marshall played tremendously well to bat for nearly 4 hours, and that set up the game for us because we knew going into the last day they had no chance of surviving against our spin attack.
The batting let us down. We fielded and bowled as we normally do really well. The bowling was pretty incisive. We did miss chances in the first innings, but the batting let us down in both innings. We don't normally bat as badly as that, and we didn't put any partnerships together that worthy of mention. And so we made it a little too easy for Combermere.
So once again, congrats to Combermere, the 2012, 2013, and now 2014 under-15 cricket champs. Sade Williams is into the final of the women's 400 meters at the Youth Olympics in China. Williams was 4th in Heat 1, clocking 54.26 seconds. That time was among the 8 fastest, allowing her to advance to the A final. Meanwhile, Michael Nichols just missed out on the A final of the men's 110-meter hurdles. Nichols was 3rd in Heat 2 in 13.70 seconds. He will compete in the B final. Barbados should be in action against the USA as we speak in their second game of the America's Federation of Netball Associations Championships in Canada. Last night, the Bajans opened their campaign hammering Argentina 89-8 after leading throughout. The Bajans were up 24-1 after the first quarter, 49-3 at the half, and then 69-6 after the third quarter before going on to win by a whopping 81 goals. Shooting for Barbados, Laurel Brown converted 36 of her 38 attempts, Shanika Wharton 31 from 35, Shaniqua Thomas 9 from 14, and Nikita Pigot 13 from 16. It was a tough game for Argentina, who are making their debut at the AFNA Championships. The first player in the history of the NBA to hit 1,000 three-pointers is currently in Barbados as part of the inaugural Ball Out Coast-to-Coast basketball camp and tournament. Dale Ellis has been engaged in training young athletes across the globe through the Professional Basketball Association.
I'm one of the directors of training for the PBA, and that's why I'm here to team up with Balu. And work with kids. There's quite a few retired players that are engaged in training on their own, and I'm one of those guys also. I've done some training with some professional athletes, but I really enjoy working with young people. What we try to do is not only teach them the fundamentals of basketball, but mentor the kids through the game as well. Teach them about nutrition, and we try to get them to understand, create a balance between academics and athletics. I'm excited about being a part of this and engaged in it. Barbados is our first stop. We'd like to make Barbados our home.
Just over 40 campers are part of the Coast to Coast program, and they'll be housed in a bond at the old Armstrong building of Fontebelle. Compliments Kensington Oval Management, Inc. The UWI Blackbirds are setting themselves up as the ones to beat in the BABA Women's League. The Blackbirds knocked over perennial title contenders Station Hill Cavaliers in their opening game last night at the Wilde Gymnasium, beating them 54-41. CBC's Marcia Boyce reports.
Station Hill Cavaliers in green versus UWI Blackbirds. The Blackbirds took control from the tip-off, Shadi Clark scoring the opening basket. But that didn't mean it was all one-way traffic. Maria Cumberbatch coming up with the steal, finding Wanda Agard-Belgrave for 2 easy points. The Blackbirds, though, had a reply. Jennifer Joseph Hackett knocking down the jumper. She scored 16 points for the UWI side. They had a 16-11 lead after the first quarter. The Cavaliers looked good at times. Rhea Phillips on the run with a good bounce pass to Cumberbatch. But her 8 points made her the Cavs' joint top scorer with Agard-Belgrave. And that definitely wasn't going to be enough to beat the Blackbirds, who would open up a 7-point lead by halftime. They're up 29-22. Joseph Hackett and Tony Atherley would spearhead their attack. Atherley knocking down a jumper of her own. Now Clark driving through the lane. Atherley getting the offensive rebound, the basket and the foul. She would end with a game-high 17 points as the Blackbirds would go on to win by 13, 54-41. Marsha Boyce, CBC Sports.